I'm a recruiter and I review your resumes. The resume we have up first is a data scientist, and I do more than just tech, but the tech market is on fire, so most of the resumes sent to me are tech. So, for a data scientist, we need degree, Python, R, SQL, data in all its forms. So data modeling, analytics, the industry, healthcare, SDLC, explaining stuff to non-technical folks, influence stakeholders, cross-functional, MLOps, Microsoft Office, Google Sheets, AI, Spark, Skibbity, Learn, Pandas, NumPy, and dashboards and data visualizations. And this is actually a success. So I'm a US-based recruiter, and my advice typically gets people 1 interview per 7 applications, and that is what this person is getting right now. They just started finishing it. They just finished all the formatting, and they just started sending it out. But this person is getting a 1 interview per 7 applications, when before it was like, I think 100. And they didn't even fully follow my advice. So this is what happens when you follow my advice, is you get a ton of interviews, even if you don't fully follow it, but please fully follow it. So for this resume, since it is successful, I am going to be extra picky on it. But I imagine since you're getting a 1 in 7, this is succeeding. What recruiters are looking for is this stuff, and we need those in qualification format. So let's see if I can find what I need in 20 seconds. I should be able to, because this is a 1 in 7. And yeah, that's all the time that recruiters have. Let's do it. And degree, good. Developed ML models in R and C, okay. Used in Fortune Analytics, generate reports, good. Implemented CI/CD in Azure, okay. Predictive analytics in R Shiny, UK French, generating your stored air code base. Python Skibbity forecast, okay. Delayed production for fast APIs, and time. So I found basically everything I needed. There are some things that I'm going to be picky on. Like I said, the formatting is not what I would prefer, but it's also not the worst formatting ever, right? This is how you want your resume to look. The link is in the description below. This is what theirs look. It's still legible, but this is more legible. And then we go into the actual bullet points, and they give us mostly everything I want. So my big issue with this is primarily just it's kind of split amongst a bunch of different bullet points. So develop production ML models. Okay, AI is something that we can use, so that counts down here. I'm going to remove it, right? And R counts. You can usually use R or Python. And C, used in Fortune Analytics reports. So here's the part where it's like, I don't really care that they were used in this to generate the revenue, but I do want to know what you did them for. So I would actually kind of prefer these bullet points to be combined. And then implemented CI/CD workflows in Azure. Again, that is going to be industry specific, and cloud is nice to have, but I want a little bit more. But deployed analytic services is okay. Then built predictive analytic platforms in R, deployed against UK, presented R code base. So again, this isn't bad. I just want a little bit more. And I'm being very picky with this because, again, they're getting a 1 in 7. So, all right. Then scaled predictive hospital supply platform in Python, good, to 3 major hospitals. I don't really care about the numbers again. Built time series models in Python to forecast medical consumption and prevent hospital shortages. This is really good. I prefer you to have 3 keywords in a sentence, but this is exactly how I want this to be written, and this alone probably is getting you a job because it tells me exactly what you're doing, right? It shows Python, shows that you use Skibbity Learn, shows that you built forecasting medical consumptions, and most importantly, it showed the use of that, which is to prevent hospital shortages. Then to automate testing and performance with PyTest, process large data sets with SQLs, pipelines collaborating with hospital development teams. Okay, I just want another one. And then led front end. So again, these are mostly good. I would love a little bit more about explaining non-technical stuff to explaining technical stuff to non-technical people. And I think if this was in the US, because they are not in the US, this would be maybe a 1 in 25, a 1 in 30. But if we change those things, it'll be a 1 in 7 in the US. And for Germany, that probably means a 1 in 2 or something. So, but overall, this is good. It just, again, I love how you wrote these. My big thing is I just want a little bit more, right? I want a little bit more about explaining technical stuff to non-technical folks. I want a little bit more about influencing stakeholders. I want a little bit more about Microsoft Office and maybe something on a dashboard. But other than that, you basically did it. So overall, good job. This is a success. There are some successes on this channel. It's just usually by the time that they get a success, they get a 1 in 7, so they don't need to submit it anymore. But that's, yeah, good job. So fix your formatting, fix those errors, and hopefully you can get even more than a 1 in 7. And if anybody else ever needs more help, they can always join me on my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on both YouTube and Twitch at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. That is where I get these keywords. And thank you all for watching and liking and commenting. I really do appreciate it. And to all of my members who get access to my videos just a little bit early, thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And if you want to be a member, you can join in the link below. And let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a full stack software engineer. So full stack software engineers need degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. If you don't have those, you are probably in for a bad time. You need those. I don't care how basic they are. You need them. Then I also need React or React.js, Node.js, Angular, Next.js, SQL or NoSQL, RESTful API, REST API, Cloud, CI/CD, Git, .NET or Python or Java, and a bonus points for all that other stuff. So let's see what they have. 20 seconds on the clock. Is this a good or a bad resume? The answer to that is, I should check first, 50-1. So again, this is a okay. I'm expecting to find a bunch of stuff that I want, and this should pass, but there's a couple of flaws. So I'm expecting this to be good. All right, and go. Okay, degree, good. Implemented component library in React, TypeScript, JavaScript, Tailwind, okay. RESTful API is good, no TypeScript. You already mentioned that up above. Post-degree development time, optimized CI/CD pipelines, okay. That's not really related. Architected, that is nice. The architected with Cloudflare, not related, but AWS and Python. That needs to be explained more. And time. Does this pass? Yeah, it does. This has enough stuff that it definitely passes. I actually don't think there's anything I was really missing. We're really just... it's pretty good. I like it. We really just have to do sort of the order of what we're doing here, but overall this is good. I'm not actually sure if there's anything I'm really crazy missing. We have TypeScript, we have JavaScript. We don't want to say Tailwind CSS, we just want to say CSS. I marked the wrong thing, so just CSS. And let's see, anything else here? PostgreSQL, good. Yeah, I think my big thing here that I would like is I'd like to switch around some of these sentences. So I think it would be best if we combined these sentences together. But overall, this is solid. I really, really like it. Oh, yeah, this I love, too. I would prefer you to add, again, a little bit of tech stuff. So, yeah, this is good. I think the big issue with this resume is there's a lot of fluff to it. Not a ton, not even a lot of fluff, just a little fluff. So for example, we don't want to say Tailwind CSS, we just want to see CSS. And then I'd like a little bit more about the results, about what you did here. Like why did you design a component library? I don't know, you didn't tell me. What is a cashback browser extension? What was the point of that? I don't know. And again, I would like you to combine these sentences. Built the cashback extension again. Why does it matter that we built a cashback extension? Why does it matter that we decrease development time? Optimize CI/CD pipelines. Why does it care that we optimize them for the cashback extension? Like, again, we're focusing a lot on the cashback extension, which is good. It's just like, it's not clear. Like, if they don't know what the cashback extension is, I feel like that word no longer exists because I've said it so much, they will be very confused by most of this. But the actual core of what you wrote here is good. Collaborated cross-function with product design in an agile environment of automated testing that improves release reliability. Why does it matter that we improved release reliability? Why does it matter that we reduced build times? Why is this important? I don't know. You didn't tell me. So combine these. Right? I think these can probably be combined and then build out a little bit more. But I really, really like this sentence. And honestly, if there's a way to combine these two, that would also be good. So, yeah, again, it passes, right? I don't want to say, oh, this does not pass. This will never pass. It just, this has been and is good. It's just, these are some slight tweaks that we could get you to move ahead further and get more than 1 in 50. But let me read what you wrote. Been using different formats. My old one had 1 in 50, only applying to remote roles. That would change it. If you're only applying to remote roles, I can get you maybe a 1 in 30. And yes, you will need to take these into consideration if you're doing a remote role. Looking for senior full stack roles, what can I expect in terms of application ratio? For fully remote, 1 in 30, 1 in 40 is solid. Recent filter using this resume. But yeah, again, it's overall good. Like, I think this would land you many on-site roles, but remote roles are very difficult. And then if we're talking about startups in particular, they want a slightly different thing than this. But if you're only applying to startups, that's different. But this does work. I just need a little bit more in the things that I highlighted, like a little bit more of an explanation. These sentences combined, if you can, these sentences combined, and then a little bit more description of just like what you did. But overall, it is a pass. Next resume. This is a resume of a software engineer intern. So what we need for an intern is degree, basic knowledge of tech stack, and I'm seeing like seriously basic, library, RESTful APIs, SQL Cloud, the ability to work well with others, and take direction and criticism. And that's it. A lot of interns focus on like how good they are, or these like 12 milliseconds, and like those don't even get senior engineers hired. You really just got to focus on the basics, and for an intern, these are the basics. When you go for your first full-time role, you don't need to say how you work well with others and take direction and criticism, but for an internship, those are critical. So what is this person's ratio? So 1 in 75, so I'm expecting this to not pass, but barely. It's like a D- resume. So 20 seconds is on the clock. Let's see if we actually get this or not. And go. Okay. This doesn't matter. Degree, good. Designed a server node in Python, good. I don't care about that. Deployed node, Hugging Face, engineered Python, a chat, Twitter. See, I might need your help with that. Open source. See, they like that. And time. Yeah. The open source is good, and I think that's actually kind of saving your resume a lot. And you actually said basically everything I needed in tech. I don't really need a ton more tech. My issue here is I don't see how you can take direction and criticism. And I think that is actually what's hurting it. And you could probably bump this up a little bit. But let me read what you wrote. I'm looking for something in backend or ML AI, having a lot of trouble getting my foot in the door despite feeling very overqualified. Yeah, because you're not showing the actual qualifications. The actual qualifications is a basic knowledge of tech stack, which you have. That is good. I think you have enough there. The ability to work well with others, which you kind of imply, but not really through this. This is like, kind of. And that you can take direction and criticism. And guess what? I don't see that you can take direction and criticism. So that is why you're having problems, is that your resume is okay. It's a D-, but you really need to show how you can take direction and criticism. So, all right. So first off, relevant coursework is never relevant unless you're a PhD. Then we can do some stuff, right? That's fine. So this doesn't matter. B, fix your formatting. It should look like this. Stop with these lines. Stop with this lines. This should not be bolded. This should be bolded. Then we go down to here. Stop with the lines. Stop with the lines. This should be one line, and it should be italicized and not bolded. And then this sentence is okay, right? And then this, I don't care about you reduced load times, but the rest of this is written well. You already mentioned Node.js, so this sentence is irrelevant. Developed a Bloomberg machine chatbot using Python and Hugging Face. See, Python Hugging Face is good, right? That won a hackathon fight. See, that's okay. Don't highlight this. Just write it normally. Stop bolding things. Stop bolding things. It makes it so much harder. So yeah, like again, you have the text. I don't care about how many items a day or this part. But I don't see that you can work well together with others. I don't see that a senior engineer can say, hey, Harp researcher, your code is bad. You need to redo it. Because some interns hear that, they see red, and they flip the table. And as an example, this is probably going to be one of your first full-time roles with another company. And they need to trust that they can tell you what to do without messing everything up. Because as an intern, your job is not to solve the world's problems. That's not what you do, right? Like, you're not fixing everything. You're doing grunt work and you're learning. And that's the job of an intern. And I need to show that you can do that without getting an ego, which is what the takes direction and criticism is for. And then we get into open source mentor. And this is solid. Like, again, I actually really like this. It's just, I want the thing here is not that you used GitHub. Not that the code quality standards were met. It's that you could teach them. And that's actually what I'm missing here is I don't see that you can work well together. Because you know what you showed me you're doing here? You're making sure these engineers' code quality standards are met. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I want to make sure that you don't freak out when your standards are not met. So if you wrote, instead of ensuring code quality standards are met, of taught multiple other engineers over X amount of projects the fundamentals of X and Y to make sure that they understood it, that's a better sentence than ensured code quality standards were met. Because remember, you're the one whose code quality standards are probably not going to be up to par. So let's go to the next resume. This is, I think, a back-end Java developer. They didn't actually tell me, but I see Java up here out of the corner of my eye, so I'm assuming this is a Java back-end role. So for Java, did we already do this one? We did not. So for a Java developer, what I need is Java, Spring, Spring Boot, Maven, SDLC, SQL, RESTful API, REST APIs, microservices, CI/CD, object-oriented programming, OOP, Git, Linux, Unix, Agile, Scrum, Cloud, Architecting or Systems, Hibernate, Docker, Kubernetes, Kafka, and Rare, the rest of that. So this person does not have that probably because they have a 150 plus, so this is a bad resume. It takes them over 150 applications to get an interview. So let's see how bad this is. 20 seconds on the clock. And go. Oh, okay. This doesn't matter. Okay, this should be in projects. The high school doesn't matter. Okay, design and develop to maintain a containerized microservices architecture. Plays on Ubuntu. I don't care about Ubuntu. Via asynchronous. What did this do? I don't know what this does. And time. That was it. Yeah, this is. They didn't leave me anything else other than this. So first off, this is atrocious formatting. Second off, the languages is correct. This is how you would write them, but the rest of the formatting needs to look like this because this is ugh. So then again, this can be deleted. It doesn't matter. Then this again, capstone project. This is gotta be under a project, not under your education. This formatting is so bad. And then why did you include your high school? You already got a bachelor's. That's weird. This is like a country-specific thing. Again, I have to judge these as if this was in the U.S. And then here, and like my problem here is, what is this? Again, I'm not keyword hunting. I'm qualification hunting. And a qualification is what you did, how you did it, the reason and result, and where you did it. And the problem I have here is I don't know the reason or result of this, and I don't know why really you did this. Also, you don't really tell me what I need. Like, I don't care about Ubuntu. It's not needed. I don't really care about fast API gateways. That's not needed. ML services, nice to have, but not really needed. Again, we're looking for a Java developer. I think exposing functionality via REST, what does that mean? I don't care about Kafka. I do care about I don't care about MQ. It's a nice to have. I do care about Kafka, but like, why do I care that you enabled asynchronous qualification? Somebody else on my chat said something really, really good, and I'm going to sort of steal it. It's that I don't care about the technical wise. I care about the business wise. So that the question is, it's not the technical results, it's the business results. What was the result of this for the business? And the answer to that is, I have no idea. And then built an end-to-end churn, don't care. Nothing here is relevant. Again, like maybe ML ops is nice, but again, where's the Java? I don't see it. Develop Spring Boot, ETL, blah, 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 rows, I don't care, not related. And you already mentioned Spring Boot earlier, so nothing here is related. Delivered RAG. Okay, that's a little bit of AI. But again, where is the Java? Trainings and certs. You say fundamentals of Java, but you don't show me how you used it. This doesn't count. Projects. Okay, there's nothing in these projects. You have to tell me the how and the reason and result. There is nothing. Oh, a skills section. Cool. Skills sections are worthless. They also don't count. So yeah, this is my problem with this resume, is you have one kind of bad sentence up here, and the rest of this is blank. If you don't tell me how you did what you did in a bullet point, it does not count. So if this person is going for a Java developer, which I don't even know if they are, I don't see any Java. I don't see SDLC. I did see SQL at least. I did see RESTful APIs, but I don't see object-oriented programming. I don't see Git. Did I miss Git? I don't see Linux or Unix or Agile or cloud or architecting or systems. And I think I saw Hibernate and Kafka. I did see. So again, like, your problem is you filled this resume with stuff that I don't care about, and the hiring manager doesn't care about. Let me be clear. It's not me. It's the hiring manager. If you don't have what the hiring manager cares about, which is this stuff for a Java developer, you're not going to get moved forward. Next resume. This is a Python software engineer. So we did not do one of those already on this one. That was the last video. So what we need is Python, SQL, Docker, Cloud, RESTful APIs or REST APIs, Git, CI/CD, and then it's split into either AI or full stack. And I want one or the other. If you have both, that's also good, but it's typically split into two. Then nice to have is Fast API, Flask, and Django, and rare is ETL, Java, Auth2, MongoDB, and microservices. So, excuse me, let's see what we have here. We don't know this person's ratio, so 20 seconds on the clock. And let's find out. Okay, go. I don't know if this is needed. This doesn't need it because you already graduated. Improved the student learning by creating a chat bot with RESTful API fully input to Java, Spring. Iterating Git and CI/CD in an Agile, validate OpenAI MySQL, built a quiz in Python. What? Okay. Used time. I'm confused why there's no Python. Let me read what you wrote. Hey, I found you last week and joined your live stream. I am joining your Twitch stream today, see if I can get reviewed, which if anybody else ever needs more help, again, Twitch live stream or YouTube live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. I do not know the ratio yet since I just made this over the weekend. I'm trying to break into software engineering since 2023. I've applied to well over 1,000 jobs in that time and have had only interest from unpaid internships. As we are expecting our first child next month, I feel it's time to make another serious effort. I understand that. Something I can find joy in. I cannot compromise on remote. Oh, you have to. So I'm hoping to get closer to that magical 1 in 30. You're not. Yeah, this is your problem. I'm looking forward to your feedback. I think you're doing an amazing thing. I feel hope again. Well, I might actually be about to crush that hope, and I'm sorry. First time in a long while. Side note is considering adding a GitHub, we didn't make the line overflow. So, entry-level people don't get remote. I wish that wasn't the case. I want to be clear. I prefer remote roles. I think remote roles are fantastic. If you are entry-level and you are applying to only remote roles, you're probably not going to get any. As an example, senior devs with 5+ years of experience with fantastic resumes that I help them get 1 in 7s, they get 1 in 30 to 1 in 40, and that is fantastic. If you are a new and you don't have experience, I don't think you're going to be able to get remote work. Not without a contact. Like, I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, remote work for entry levels has been outsourced out of the country, or it's mainly just been outsourced. So those remote roles for those entry level devs are no longer in the US. I don't think you're going to be able to get a remote role. If you are still want to do a remote role, you're going to be looking at like a 1 in 200, maybe 1 in 150 with a fantastic resume. It's just they don't hire people remote for entry level. They barely hire people remote for senior devs. And I say that as somebody who is working on remote roles, who knows the remote like landscape very well. They just don't do it. I don't have any other way to say that is you will probably have to do something not remote. And there's not really a good way to say that. So I can review this resume, but we're going to struggle unless we do that. So the first things first is, again, you told me Python. Why is it that you tell me for a Python dev that the first time I see Python is down here? Why is that the first time I see Python? That should be here, right? It should be improved student. I don't even want to see improved student learning. Remember, I want the business and the technical reasons, not the technical reasons you did it, the business reasons you did it. So what is the business reason in improving student learning by creating a chatbot? And did you use Python in it? Because all I see is Java. Like, this has some of the stuff for a Java developer, that's fine, but then we switch to Python down there and there's a problem. That is a big issue. Also, the AWS Cloud Practitioner, since you don't have it here. Okay, since you don't have it here, this is better than nothing, but it's probably not going to matter too much. And then I don't need this because you've already got your BS. So, and then here, remember, I need more. Like, why did you improve student learning? How did you use it? What was the point of that? Why did you use Python, right? Did you use any of that stuff? I don't know. Iterated Git using in an agile environment to ready the product for market. What does that mean? I don't know. You know what I want to say? Created an X using Git and CI/CD in an agile environment to ensure our product launched within deadlines, right? Like, that would be something I need. But this doesn't give me enough context. This doesn't give me enough context. Validated. I don't care that you validated cloud responses by using MSQL. You to store them in the database and then ensure relevancy and accuracy. Why do I care that they're relevant and accurate? Remember, I need the business reasons you did this. I can't have the non-business reasons. The business reasons are what makes it done. I don't care that you ensured accuracy. Accuracy means nothing. I care that you did it so that the company could make a profit, so that the company would meet its deadlines, so that your boss would look good in front of their bosses. So, built a quiz app with Flask and Python. Python should be first. For scoring logic and SQLite to store. Again, what else is there? Used HTML, commas, do commas. Also, what is JS? Is JS JavaScript? I don't know. You didn't tell me. You have to write it out. To build out a keyboard for the Barcelona script, entry backend scoring. Used automated tests for Python. You already mentioned Python. You already mentioned SQL. The rest of that doesn't matter. So again, your bullet points are not great. We want to build them out with the reason you did those, the business reason. And then and I also remember, if you're applying to Python roles, why is Python not in the first one? But I may be the reaper of hope here, which I think is a recruiter's job, but like, as an entry level, you're not going to get remote. Unless you know the hiring manager, your chances are winning the lottery. You are going to need to go to some place on site. Now, saying that, there are plenty of on-site roles in the majority of places in the US that are hiring for this stuff, even in a terrible economy. But if you're only going for remote roles, we're looking at 150 to 200, if that. And that's as a entry level. If you had 5 years of experience and your resume was perfect, we're looking at a 1 in 40, which is still tough. Like, remote is real tough to get because those jobs have been outsourced. So that's all I can do for this episode. Thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. It really helps me out. And to all of my members who get access to my videos a little bit early, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If anybody wants to join and be a member, they can join in the link below. It is a nice way to support me. I just thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to me, and I thank you. I don't know how else to thank you, but I do. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video to help you get ahead of your job search. Later, y'all.